Welcome, Starseeds. Welcome, Earth Angels. Welcome, all divine beings chosen. Welcome. Thank you for being here today. We're going to do a little bit of a channeling, and I'm shocked because I was hearing dun, 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 and I thought it was going to be like Ice, Ice Baby, and then it was Under Pressure. So I've got mini Starseed divine beings here today. I've got David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, Prince, and Lemmy Kilmister here to help us channel. We're supposed to talk about twin flames and the tuning up of the universe. So David Bowie is going to start, and he's going to start with saying, please be yourself, and just know that it will all be worth it. And he says to all the star seeds and unique human beings out there, it'll all be worth it. You are worth it. He says, I've got a little story to tell. You know, in his lifetime, he had severe drug addiction and all kinds of relationship things, and just a strange adventure of life. And he says, his money was stolen, and his life, his show, his expression was very expensive. He didn't care one bit about money. He says, I cared about the hearts of human beings. I cared about humanity. And he says, I was born to sing and be in movies. I was born to express. And he says to all of you, and we all have different ways of our expressions. We all have different words and different tones, he's saying, frequencies, tones and tunes and songs. But he says, let those soul songs sing loudly as the tide is turning, and it will all be worth it to be you, to be yourself, to continue to stay focused forward on your sacred truth. Thank you. He says he sends out a big love and a wink to all the starseeds, all the rainbow children, all the earth angels, all of the indigo children. This is funny to me. Lemmy Kilmister is stepping forward and he's saying, just be your unique self. And remember that passion will flow, that purpose will become apparent as you keep looking inside and connecting with Source. He says, the music was my God. Music connection was my God and my expression. And he said, I did everything my own way and was a little bit stubborn. And he says, but I had big love in my heart. And I knew I was supposed to be sort of alone in perception, so other people would perceive him as being his own self and just, kind of his own guy. And he says, I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that we've got you, and it'll be a little bit of extra bass in your adventure, and it'll be in tune, bass, strength, courage, support for your journey. He says, carry on. I could just see him. I did see him in concert a few years ago, quite a few years ago, actually, in Dallas. And so I can remember that Ace of Spades. He was really funny. And he would talk during, in the middle of stuff. He's very intelligent and really funny. He's saying, tell the story. So one time I went to see a friend of mine, an amazing shaman, psychic. And he said, I said, what about my love life or romance, relationships? And he said, Melissa, you don't really want a husband. You want love, but you don't really want to take care of anybody. He said, you remind me of Lemmy Kilmister. I'm like, I'm kind of a voluptuous blonde lady that does not look like Lemmy Kilmister. And he's like, no, your stance, your energy, your truth is like Lemmy Kilmister. And I was like, thanks, man. So I think it's funny. Rock and roll legend, Lemmy Kilmister. Thank you. And he's laughing at me and winking at me. He's like, yeah, we've got it. Starseed. Prince says, he steps forward and he says, imagine the beautiful color when you're anxious, nervous, stressed out, and really tired. Imagine the color breathing in the light of God and the color, and remembering that some of the messages that you are receiving are real and true and correct. We are unwinding and pulling away the false narratives in all of us. We all have distortion. We all have issues. We all have wounds and traumas. And he says, as we get better and better at this stability in staying in tune in the earth and in our own lives, those distortions keep getting louder and louder. That's what my mentor, teacher, healer person that I work with, for me, always says, you know, it gets louder and louder when it's time to help you heal this or cleanse from this. And I'm like, oh. And Prince is saying something similar, except he has a different stance. He's like, imagine if you have anger, worry, stress, can't sleep. Imagine the light of God moving through you. And it's very colorful. And breathe it in and hold it. Hold it in your heart. And he says, and remember that you do have teams and teams of guides and guardian angels, your higher self, and connections that are pure and clear. And so just keep asking and know that will be magical. And again, he is also saying your passions and purposes and your next steps of missions will be shown to you in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as the world keeps shifting and we keep going, oh my God, house prices are going up and food prices, and you know, we all feel kind of disconnected in our own ways, whether we're with people or not. We sort of feel alone and lonely. And he's saying that's being untuned out of you, and just know that you belong. You're irreplaceable, and the hand of God, the breath of God, the voice of God will come to you in different ways, very colorful ways, he says. And you will see the next steps of your missions and purposes. And he's saying that twin flame or soul flame journey, he's saying there are 144,000 frequencies that start with, and different tiers of the relationship. So many of the groups are going through big separations where we're each human being in a divine counterpart relationship is clearing away some of their past lives or humanity's past lives, wounds, wars, worries, stresses, sufferings, plagues, sicknesses that have been. So we're continuing to cleanse and clear our generational patterning. And he says, remember, we're tuning up each one of you. So there are these unions. And just know, even if some of you have not met your twin flame or starseed divine counterpart yet, just know that is indeed echoing out into the universe, your energies, connecting your light. Probably is annoying somebody, or they're blaming you for something because your light's so bright. It sort of agitates people's distortion. And he's saying the two of you together, bringing everything into balance and into tune in the universe with this ginormous light frequency that is unique and not like anyone else's. None are the same. And remember the different tiers. So we've got 144,000 tones coming together in divine counterpart relationships of some kind. And then we've got these different tiers. So it would be like having a whole orchestra band come together. And for a while they're out of tune, sitting in the wrong places. They don't know how to, I don't know, where's the other half of the instrument? Who knows? And now we're coming into this place where we can hear and feel and see each other. And he's saying, remember, that's tuning harmoniously the tune between you and a divine counterpart, if you have one, your soul tribe, your soul families, your soul mates, and it's just bringing you into balance. So expect to be connected and meeting other soul tribes, soul families, soul mates. And he says, so some of you are the leaders of like a piece of your tribe, and you're all bringing that into tune, clearing out the distortion, the untuned parts. And he's saying, remember your person, if you have a divine counterpart that's incarnate in a physical body right now, they know you, they feel you, they know your soul, they will recognize you, they do recognize you, they dream of you. And that 5D stuff where you think, oh gosh, I have to wake up and go let the dogs out. That's real. That's more real than what we've been going through in this cleansing, shifting, growing period in the last decades. And so just know, he says, you are loved, and your tribes, soul families, and counterparts all love you. And you can call out to them if you need them. And you can say, I just feel really tired and alone. I hate this place. What's going on? And I need some support. And breathe that in and feel that harmonious light coming to you as the souls all around the world in spirit and incarnate will answer you that belong to your soul tribe and your particular tone, song, orchestra. And just know that that's coming in. He's saying, pull a card. So I got out the Pleiadian Oracle. People, to me, he feels like he works with Pleiadian energy. His frequency does. Little purple, little purple. And I've heard many people this week in readings and even a past life regression say, oh, that's my Pleiadian energy. So there's another way of describing this as our timelines and past lives come together in divine order. Things are not linear like our human minds can understand, but if maybe we can look at it like this, there are many pieces of us. There's this really low, dense, heavy, confused earth piece of who we are. It's a small, very small percentage of who we are. Then there are these different layers of who we are, our higher self, all the way to God, the light, the pure divine light. And so he says those are coming into alignment. And so the Pleiadians are holding a particularly nice tone frequency for us as we wake up and keep awakening to our answers and truths. So the skies really are, he says, completely full. And your armadas, meaning your own, that layer of your higher self, your own star families or celestial beings are holding space for you wherever you are. And the darker ones are there's something about, he's saying, there's a layer of them also being removed from humanity. I did not know that. So, from the Pleiadian Oracle, let me show you the box, the Pleiadian Oracle. Look at those stars. I pulled Remembrance, which is a number 30, which is good for our March 3/3 energy. 30. The other night on a UFO tour, we were watching the stars, seeming stars, through the goggles. You couldn't see them without the night vision, but they were forming different formations, and then they would change. The stars would move and change, and we asked them questions, and they answered with letters, and they built initials, and they just would move. And I've seen that before, but not like this. And so they were saying they were holding the energies for us as well, as the light flows into each one of us. It's pretty cool. So if anyone ever says you're crazy, or you fall for anything, you're so stupid, or we can trick you and manipulate you so easily, they don't realize that they're being used by the darkness, and that you most likely, your soul sees exactly what's going on, and so does the light of God. You're becoming more free. Each one of us are, and tuning up with the universe of light. So Freddy Mercury is stepping forward, and he's saying, thank you, Prince. Freddie Mercury is smiling, and he's saying, be your unique self. And he's saying, yeah, I want to break free. So it's a Queen song. I want to break free. And he says, just know that if you are feeling just really tired, or feeling symptoms of pain, or several people said their eyes aren't working correctly lately, rest. And if you need to go to the doctor, please do. Rest, refocus, and know that this is a symptom of awakening that we're going through right now. And it's like all the years, many millennia, humanity was kind of blinded in so many ways to the darker energies, or oligarchy, powers that be, whatever were, or whatever they call them. And we are being stripped of those blinders. And so we might have to refocus, as things will start to look different, he's saying. And be yourself. He says, just continue to be yourselves. Strong champion, because you are the champion. If you want, the channeling, when, all the years being a psychic medium, people ask me, like, how do you do that? How can you talk to my grandmother? No one could ever know this. You talk to my child, you talk to my friend, my family, and he is reminding us that each one of these people that are in spirit, crossed over, are in a frequency. And since they are well-known people, their frequency, they can answer or not if we ask them to come or call upon them, just as our loved ones in their higher self, in the heavenly state is what I call it, Christed state, above all of this gunky, dense stuff on earth. And he's saying all of the frequencies are here. Heaven on earth is here in front of us. Christ is here in front of us. But we are so pulled down in the lower energies that we cannot feel it, see it all the time. So choose to be you, choose to be good to others, kind, compassionate, honest, with integrity. And you've got this. You're breaking free. And he says, be your unique selves, Rockstar Seeds. I know, I always say that. For the groups of twin flames, they're saying just to tell a little bit, where there's, I'm seeing several different groups have steps forward. There's a couple of them that are a couple of groups that are together, like in the frequencies there, but they're still having, like, we're not sure, should we be together, and still fighting some of the distortion in themselves, some of the pains, traumas, worries, stresses that we've all gone through, but differently. And so they're saying, give your people, your soul families, your soul tribes, your divine counterparts, if you are talking to them, a little bit of compassion, and try not to judge, because we cannot feel, they can't, everyone in readings always says, well, when are they going to learn? When are they going to be like I say? And I'm like, why would they ever do that? That is not how this works. And it might be up to you to see and perceive things differently. So watch as our blinders come off and we perceive each other a little bit differently, kindly, lovingly. And if you are in one of the groups that have been really targeted or abused, or had things, like people lying, gossiping, stealing, cheating, black magics, whatever's happened, just know that that's unwinding. And if you feel alone, know that that was on purpose, as the waves clear out all these attachments, ties, cords of other people's projections upon you. And if they've called you names, just please know that you are perfect, and your actual counterpart is starting to go, whoa, that's my real person. And you can ask for a little bit of telepathy between you, or dreams, or things like that, as you move through the muck and move through the hardship times, which has been imprinted into us, projected onto us. Any gossips, lies, slanders, fabricated things are being taken off of you. And if you feel sort of isolated and alone, like you're like, oh God, is this ever going to stop? If you are in a divine counterpart, know that the divine counterparts, the twin flames, the soulmates, the starseed divine counterparts, the rainbow children counterparts, came here to cleanse and clear some of the heaviest, darkest, nastiest, filthiest evil that the world has ever known throughout history. So if you're like, why, I hate this, why would I do this? Well, we all wanted to be here. And any setups or gossips or things like that are being balanced out. It doesn't matter what those people think, or those people think, or those people said about you last week, or it's just the waves coming in, sweeping away some of the traumas and wounds and cords and attachments and ties inside of our energy forms. And it's happening for your person. He or she feels you and knows you too. And some people have, pardon me, people that have been watching them and working on themselves. And maybe some of the counterparts are just too scared to call each other, or haven't met yet. But please know that those people, your divine counterparts, can still feel your soul. You came here for this. You've been practicing and working and learning and growing and cleansing and clearing for lifetimes for this. And so just know it's all true. And all of the divine light beings, the chosen, the twin flames, the starseeds that have been, unfortunately, that have been, we've had a lot of casualties and losses, like what is her name? Abby, and the Brian Laundrie person, the murders, or separations, or tragedies and things. Just know that those souls are in balance now, or with and how they are supposed to be, is what Freddy Mercury is saying as well. I'm going to pull another card from it's just one of my favorites. Also, I like Work Your Light by her too. See if there's anything else we can know. And in remembrance, like the other card, the Pleiadian Oracle card said, remember your own soul. And that echoes out the true tone and frequency and light to your tribes, your friends, family, loved ones, in every way. So I got double mission for us today. I keep pulling this since January. I was on a vortex tour, and I usually take a couple of cards, and because we do readings at the vortexes, and I remember the lady just going, oh my God, makes all the difference in the world that she pulled this card. So we took some pictures with her, with the beautiful rocks in Sedona, double mission. So as someone was saying here earlier, David Bowie is saying, yeah, just know that that's what we've been trying to say. You will awaken and have more understanding, even if you feel like you've been so stagnant, so by yourself, so in a corner, and you're not even interested in the same spiritual path journeys, purposes, passions anymore. Just know that you will awaken some more to your purposes and passions, and remember some of your missions here on earth that you can create, and you can create with other people. You can work with yourself, you can work with other people to help this world evolve and come into wholeness and come home. And it's a number, it's not a number card, but the double mission card says, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. So thank you, David Bowie. Thank you, Freddy Mercury, Prince, Lemmy Kilmister. Thank you all so much. The main thing today that they want to say is continue to be your true rock starseed self. And some of us are quiet, some of us are really loud, some of us deal with things differently, some of us look different: tall, short, thick, thin, light hair, dark hair, no hair. But just know that every breath you take makes a difference to all of humanity and all of this world, that you are here. And so we've got some rock stars here to say thank you for being you, and know that you will be divinely protected and divinely guided on your journey, and you'll have inklings of knowing how you want to proceed and continue on your journey in the next step and the next step and the next step with your Starseed double missions. Again, one more time, if you believe that you have a divine counterpart, I don't think I've ever really talked about this, but I've had 3 different people think that they were my twin flames, or at least try to force that upon me and tell me. So I wonder who is. If you think you have a divine counterpart, that makes me laugh a lot too, because some of the stories with some of these people, my soulmate, just not great, not too easy. If you think you have a divine counterpart, you probably do. You're important, you're beautiful, and no one can take that divine counterpart. They've all tried. So they've all been taken away from us. They've all been lied to. They've all been stolen from. They've all been beaten down. So have you. And each one of us came here in our own frequencies and our own missions and purposes since birth, to help balance and clear out some of the heaviest, most darkest inverted matrix, lower serpent, Garden of Eden matrices. The Atlantis stuff is what we've been working on for a while, and there's more with that. Like, we're going to clear the wounds and traumas and false lights, false belief systems, and incorrect, heavy darkness that overtook us in the Atlantean consciousness. So my teacher just did a video on that today, or the last couple of days, called The Light Show on YouTube. I'll have to post that. I'll ask her if that's okay. And I'm so excited to say that those divine counterparts, your rock starseed selves, came here to help push that out of reality, help us heal. So many of you starseeds are healers in some capacity, teachers, ministers, the true divine beings that you are. Thank you so much for being you. And just know your double missions, your next parts of your missions, which might be a little bit more fun than the last ones, that's what they keep telling me, is coming online, and you'll be able to really start seeing some more of that come to pass, and you'll really have true understanding and recognition as this, we're being coded by pure divine light, recoded with our awakening to our true knowledge and wisdom and understanding and healing and all kinds of stuff that's really good, as well as unconditional love. Let's breathe in that unconditional love and send out a big hug to the universe in tune. Thank you, Starseeds, and have a great week. I love you. I shall see you soon. And if you would like a reading or a little vortex tour, even if it's remote, just let me know. The information's in the box below. Thanks.